It's a very interactive workshop. Then don't hesitate to ask questions and everything you want.
First of all, I'm glad to be here, maybe not in presence, and I hope to meet the other of this conference as soon as possible.
It's great to be able to see some familiar faces in this group.
Working on the interactive, multimedia work changed the way how you create a piece from the beginning.
So here you have an example of a Nantes SCOFO patch. And the idea is that you have an augmented score. In the augmented score, you have at least two parts. One part for the human performer and one part for the electronic action.
Now I will show you some musical examples of the Antes Collido library.
I will quickly introduce Orchidea. Many of you probably know this software, and then show you applications.
My presentation for this forum is about a piece that I wrote called Spinning in Infinity. There is an element of computer-assisted composition, spatialization.
I took the formants that made up the vowels in the recording of the poem, and it was very helpful to work with my performer.
I developed a graphical notation tool that I developed during a residency at Matralab, where a few parameters are extracted from complex sounds and creates images.
I was thinking a lot about orchestration, but because I had the luxury of having the musicians there every day to work with, it was sort of a live workshop rather than using computer to assist me.
This idea of really examining the relationship between interior experiences and collective experiences that to me are so poignant when you go to see a concert.
Is there a subset of orchard analysis data pertaining to antiphonal spatial orchestral effects?
The simple answer is no and no.
If we compare that to the notion of a continuum, of a processus, of a continued transformation in spectral music, it is completely another thing.
In this case, we are just sampling the sound scene and storing the data into a database.
What is timbre, It's quite difficult to quantify and define precisely what we need.
To choose in a section would be stereotypically associated with more or fewer instruments that are sparkling brilliant.
Creating debugging points in for loops is something that I think is a helpful analogy for this very largely irrational process.
Tout ce qui est généré par le programme est prescrit en quelque sorte.
When I started to read your paper, oh man,
I can say that the program takes the input from the laptop's video camera. It's
creating a real synergy between acoustic and electronic sound production.
Les mouvements que je crée, je peux les faire naturellement. Ils viennent de comment je me sens.
This note that you play is definitely going to make a difference to the next note that you're going to play.
Thanks to all the speakers who've made this a really terrific event. And I do hope we'll be able to do something in person before too long.
It's been a great conference so far. It's really great.